What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bryce, and today I'm going to do chapter 23 of the Parker Inheritance. Let's begin. Chapter 23, Leanne Washington. July 25th, 1957. Leanne Washington walked into her bedroom and pulled back the curtain. Light flooded the room. Her husband groaned in bed. "Get up, Dub," she said. "It's almost 10. She returned to the kitchen and poured 2 cups of coffee. It would be her 3rd cup of the morning. She'd been up early, calling the ladies to organize another fundraiser. It seemed like there was always another battle to fight, and they all cost money. A few minutes later, Enoch Washington shuffled into the room. "Thanks for letting me sleep in," he said, grinning. "Game got a little crazy last night." He gave her a small kiss before picking up his mug. His scruff tickled her cheek, but not in a good way. Not like it used to. Coach Douglas called. She tried to keep her voice level and quiet. Dub called Coach Douglas by his first name, but he was the only Negro bold enough or crazy enough to do that. Crazy. "Let me guess." Dub settled into his chair. "He told you about the bet with Tommy Turner." "He did." She picked up her mug, then set it back down, splashing coffee on the table. "What in the world were you thinking?" "Don't yell," he said. "Lil Dub, I sent her out," she said. "Where? You know she ain't allowed outside of this house without supervision." "That's your rule, not mine." She grabbed a napkin and wiped up her coffee. "Siobhan's at the store, running some errands. Don't worry, she ain't off to see that boy, though that's the least of your problems right now." Dub poured sugar into his cup. "It's just a friendly game, babe. Don't give me that. This is about you and your pride." She shook her head. "You just can't pass up a fight, can you? Those white boys brag too much. I want a little justice. You want retribution against any white man that ever looked at you the wrong way." She tried drinking her coffee again. "Don't you know how hard he worked? How much we sacrificed? But now we're finally making some real headway. One day, colored children will go to integrated schools. The NAACP won the Brown case 3 years ago," he said. "Last I checked, our kids were still at Perkins dealing with second-hand books and busted up equipment. Just because you don't see the path doesn't mean it's not there," Leanne said. "Progress takes time. We will succeed, but not if you keep trying to show up the other school. That's not going to help our cause. That's not going to help our cause." He sighed. He then took a sip of coffee, and then another. Finally, he said, What if you're wrong about integration?" He put his hands up. "Hear me out. I've been thinking about this for a little while. Take Althea Gibson. She graduated from Williston, a Negro school up in Wilmington. Then she attended Florida A and M.A. Negro College. Then she won Wimbledon." He snorted. "She didn't need anything from them white folks." "You mean except for those white folks who fought so she could even play?" Leanne asked. "They ain't all our enemy." "And what happens if the schools do integrate?" Doug continued. Leanne didn't think he was even listening to her. "Do you really believe white folks are going to send their children to our school? They're going to shut us down, fire all our teachers, and bus our kids off to the other high school. And I guarantee those teachers don't give a damn about our kids." Excuse my language. "Coach Douglas does." Dub crossed his arms. "If Adam really cared, he'd give up all that extra money he's making the athletic director and donate it back to the school where he stepped down so some of us could have a real shot at the position." "Like you want to be AD, she said. "With your temper, you probably would have been fired a long time ago if not for Coach Douglas." He picked up his mug. "Well, as long as he's in charge, I guess we'll never know." Leanne took a sip of coffee. Siobhan would be back soon. and she didn't want to argue in front of her. Things in the house were already strained enough with Siobhan refusing to play tennis just to prove a point to her father. Leanne didn't agree with her daughter's choice, but she understood. Enoch, I followed you here to Lambert even though I didn't want to come. I quit teaching and stayed home to raise our daughter because you asked me. Now I finally got something I'm good at, something I'm passionate about, and everything you're doing is putting that at risk. Like I said, it's just a friendly game, an exhibition. That's all, babe. I promise. A small part of Leanne Washington wanted to believe her husband, but she had known Enoch for over 20 years. She knew when he was lying, even if he didn't know it himself. And that was chapter 23. So tomorrow I'll be reading chapter 24. And that's about it. Peace out.